Good afternoon and welcome to Bill Vining Arena and the Sturgis Physical Education Center on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University for this Great American Conference matchup between the Harding Bisons and the Ouachita Tigers. At this time, we'll turn it over to PA announcer Casey Modal for our starting lineups.
Sophomore guard from Aiken, Croatia, number 11, Dorian Bankovic. Sophomore guard from Magnolia, Arkansas, number 15, Stetson Smithson. Sophomore center from Clarkson, Michigan, number 21, Taylor Curry. Junior guard from Bryant, Arkansas, number 23, Roman Martin. And senior guard from Bahia Blanca, Argentina, number 24, Ramiro Santiago. The head coach of the Bisons is Jeff Morgan, and the assistant coach is Raymond Woods. And now, Tiger Nation, let me hear you roar! This is the starting lineup for your Ouachita Tigers! Sophomore forward from Slavansky Road, Croatia, number 25, Leo Kalinic. Junior guard from Oakland, Mississippi, number 3, Mardarius Upside. Junior guard from Nacogdoches, Texas, number 13, Jacob Street. Senior guard from Hot Springs, Arkansas, number 2, Lorenz Nero. And senior guard from Conway, Arkansas, number 21, K.D. Smith.
Those are the starting lineups for the Harding Bisons and the Ouachita Tigers. Chris Babb joined by Chris McQuistion here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, the student sports media production program in the Rogers Department of Communications at Ouachita Baptist University. Thanks to our crew of 8 students who are joining me on the broadcast today. Ouachita will try to get its first win in GAC play, as will Harding. Ouachita 1-5 on the season, 0-1 in GAC play. Harding 2-4 and 0-1 as well. Ouachita lost 72-54 Thursday night in Russellville against Arkansas Tech, and Harding is coming off of an 80-62 loss to Southern Arkansas. Taylor Curry jumps center for Harding, wins the tip, and the Bisons are on the move. Taylor Curry is the leading scorer for Harding, averaging 19.5 points per game. Taylor Curry has an interesting story. He was a Michigan commit out of high school, went back on that commitment, and he's been at 4 different universities, and he will finish his career as a Harding Bisons. Also on the floor for Harding, Roman Martin, Ramiro Santiago, Stetson Smithson, and Dorian Bankovic, who has the ball there, as Jacob Street knocks the ball around. As 5 on the shot clock, it'll be 4, and Smithson tried to save the ball. It goes off of Madarius Hobson. Almost caught by Harding play-by-play man Billy Morgan. Couldn't quite make the catch, though. It was a nice save of the equipment, and Harding will have the ball with 4 on the shot clock. He's going to have to pull up from deep, and they're not going to get the shot off, and that's going to be a shot clock violation on Harding. Thanks to Gregory Jr. for wiping up the sweat. Madarius Hobson, K.D. Smith, Jacob Street, Leon Kalinic, and Lorenz Nero getting the starting nod for Ouachita. Street for 3 to start things off short. Rebound controlled by Harding, and that's Taylor Curry. Bankovic, right side. Curry's going to drive on Kalinic, pull up from the middle of the lane is good. And Harding has its first lead of the game as a traveling violation called on K.D. Smith, getting the explanation from the official. This GAC home opener for Ouachita. Coached by head coach Dennis Nutt, assisted by Jordan Bailey. Jeff Morgan, the head coach for Harding. also the athletic director for the Bison. Long three-pointer off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound to Katie Smith. Smith guarded by Stetson Smithson, a 6'7", 210-pound sophomore from Bald Knob, Arkansas. Hobson backs down Bankovic. Turns to the middle of the lane. Floater hits the rim and drops in for Madarius Hobson. We're tied at 2.
Strong move by Hobson there. Really just shows you why he's one of the leading scorers. Actually, is the leading scorer for the Ouachita Tigers. Really just knows how to get the ball in the basket.
Hobson averaging 15.8 points a game. Katie Smith and Jacob Street, the only two others averaging double digits. Stetson Smithson hits a three-pointer. Smithson is averaging 16 points a game for the Bisons. He and Taylor Curry are the only two who are averaging double digits for Harding.
A thing to look out for Stetson Smithson is that he is a 43% three-point shooter. So you can tell that he can really stroke it out there. So we're going to have to play some hard defense on him on the perimeter.
Katie Smith goes at Curry, gets him up in the air. It's blocked out of bounds, and it will stay with Ouachita as a team. Harding only shooting 31% from three-point range, but Stetson Smithson is the anomaly, 43.3% from those who have shot a decent amount of three-pointers on the season. Ball will go over to Ouachita.
Nero for the three. Long three, and it goes in right as the shot clock expired. Good shot by Nero there.
5-5 the score. Nero gets the three to go. Nero averaging 3 points a game. A blocking foul is going to be called on Madarius Hobson.
Blocking foul on the Tigers, number 3, Madarius Hobson. This is his first personal foul, Ouachita's first team foul of the half. Shooting for Harding, number 23, Roman Martin.
Coach Nutt thought Hobson was set there. Caleb Michaud, the official, did not agree. And Madarius Hobson picks up the first foul on either team today. The first free throw from Roman Martin hits the rim and drops through.
Only a 45% free throw shooter. Kind of struggling at the start of the year.
5 of 11, now 6 of 12. He's magically up to 50. Now he's above 50, 7 of 13. Just early in the year, those percentages a lot of times are misleading until you have a lot of attempts. And now he's 7 of 13. Nero guarded by Bankovic. Katie Smith to Kalinick. He'll operate on Taylor Curry. Backs him down. Hook shot in the middle of the lane. No good. Rebound Smithson.
Good look by Kalinick, but just better defense by Curry there.
A slip screen as Curry looks for the ball underneath. He gets it. He'll spin. Fadeaway jumper is good from Taylor Curry.
Curry putting on a very early post-work clinic right now, so Kalinick is going to have to really work himself in this game.
He's got 4, and Harding leads by 4. Hobson on Smithson again. He'll back him down. Fadeaway jumper, good from Madarius Hobson. Hobson averaging 15.8. He has 4. And the lead is cut in half, 9-7.
Madarius Hobson, very different from your typical guard, really likes to use the post game of his. It's usually where he gets the majority of his points.
Three-pointer long, nobody there for the rebound. Jacob Street had Martin boxed out and goes and gets the rebound. Leon Kalinick did a nice job on that possession of forcing Taylor Curry to post up at the soft spot rather than the block, and then was able to recover on the backside. Hobson try to work on Smithson again. He'll just pull up from 17, no good. Smith tried to get the rebound, but he timed his jump, or planted for the jump a little bit too far in as the long rebound.
And the ball got saved there.
Yeah, nice save by Santiago. The three-pointer probably wasn't the best look for Harding on that possession.
Yeah, Kalinick was right there on Curry, so I really don't see the point in trying to take that shot.
Like
you could probably get a better look.
Might have been forced a little bit. Nice job by Jacob Street. Drop off to Kalinick, and a foul is going to be called. I believe that's going to be on Bankovic. Yep, that foul is going to be on Dorian Benkovic. 14:57 remaining. Media timeout. We'll take it because that one's just for us. 9-7 Harding. You're watching Ouachita Tiger basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout.
Amazing look like a century of inspiration. 180 pounds healthy. 5 steps forward. Countless miracles. One faithful mission. And 100 years of all our best. Baptist Health. Keep on amazing.
Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection at iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands. Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
A warm December afternoon in Southwest Arkansas, and it is warm in the Sturgis Physical Education Center, and more particularly here at Vining Arena. 9-7 Harding with a 2-point lead as Marvin Williams-Dunn has checked into the game for Ouachita.
Adele Mellick is checked in as well.
Adele Mellick has checked in, replacing Kalinick. Mellick will operate on Curry. Back him down, hook shot, no good. And Harding has the ball. New into the game for Harding, Sam Henderson. Henderson, a 6'1", 160-pound junior. He enters the game and hits the shot. He's a junior from Fort Worth, Texas.
A nice back screen there that Henderson used to his advantage to get that fadeaway jump shot on the baseline.
Adele Mellick with the ball, the 6'9" freshman forward from Algiers, Algeria. Transfer from Ranger College. Turnover, ball will go to Harding and Stetson Smithson. Smithson drives in. Mellick had a hand on the ball, but he gets it to go. Marvin Williams-Dunn brings the ball up. Williams-Dunn is a returner on this team, a 6'2" guard from Auckland, New Zealand. Another turnover, and Harding.
A smart double team there by Harding.
A foul's going to be called on Ouachita, and it's going to be on Jacob Street. First personal foul on Jacob Street, second team foul.
Shooting for Harding, number 23, Roman Martin.
Roman Martin to the free throw line for the Bisons.
Already 2 for 2 for the night.
2 for 2 from the night, and
Day, whatever you want to call it, afternoon.
feels like night.
Yeah, it does. So checking in for Harding is number 34, Josh Perkins from Detroit, Michigan.
Perkins, a 6'8", 270-pound senior from Detroit, Michigan, transfer from Knock Enid, Northern Oklahoma College in Enid. Madarius Hobson, you get to box him out, bub. Another sub into the game for Harding, Davis Morgan, a 6'6", 210-pound junior from Searcy, graduate of Harding Academy. Head coach's son gets into the game. He's been around Harding basketball all his life. Alex Scariolo into the game for Ouachita. Also, as Madarius Hobson kicks it out to Davion Bankston, who's also checked into the game for the Tigers. Hobson pull up from 17. Good for Madarius Hobson. Give the assist to Davion Bankston, a 6'6" senior forward from Little Rock, Arkansas. Jay Fair High School, transferred from Northern Oklahoma Junior College. Morgan wide open for 3, no good. Rebound Scariolo. Scariolo, the 6'3" guard from Marbella, Spain. Transferred from Manhattan College last year, his second year under Coach Nutt. He has the ball, he'll take an open three-pointer, no good. They let Mellick tip that one. Back to Hobson, kick out, Dunn. Bankston. Bankston tried to lean in. Morgan recovered. Hobson, 5 on the shot clock. No good. Rebound, Davis Morgan.
Ouachita getting some pretty good looks, just not being able to knock him down.
Not being able to knock it down. Trivia question, which one of these 10 players on the floor was mentioned during the men's basketball coverage in the Olympics this summer? Three-pointer no good from Sam Henderson.
For the people at home, your guess is as good as mine.
It was Alex Scariolo. His father was the head coach of the Spanish national team. Deep three from Marvin Williams-Dunn. It's off and no good. Scariolo's dad, the head coach of the Spanish national team and assistant coach with the Toronto Raptors. Fran Fraschilla made that mention and almost pronounced Ouachita correctly. Got really close. Checking into the game for Ouachita, Tyler Haynes, a 6'5" guard forward sophomore from Memphis, Tennessee, transfer from Walter State Community College. Haynes gets the assignment of guarding Josh Perkins down low. Man-to-man defense from both these teams. Perkins at the soft spot. Backs down Haynes and gets the layup short. Tip will roll around and drop through.
That's a tough defensive assignment for Haynes. Probably getting outweighed by close to 50, 60 pounds there.
If not more.
Yeah.
Scariolo guarded by Wyatt Gilbert, 5'11" freshman from Mountain Home, Arkansas. Scariolo's fadeaway is no good. I believe Gilbert's brother Buck went to Ouachita a few years ago. Skip pass, almost hits Tommy Crumpton in the head. Tommy Crumpton plays football for Ouachita, therefore he's in the stands here, and he was going to his seat and almost got hit harder than he might have during football season. Turnover, the ball will go over to Ouachita. Media timeout, we'll take it because that was just for us. Harding 16, Ouachita 9, 11:06 remaining. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Office party fun and a place to share the story you tell everyone. There's a place to share a laugh about when things went wrong, and a place to share the video of you dancing to your song. There's a place to share smart change, lunch, and your time. But we could all be better at sharing how we're feeling inside. 76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
Baseball for me just kind of was the glue that kept my family together. I feel like I was able to come here and get my triple major as well as play a super high level against some of the best players in the country. There's a lot of options here in Division II. A lot of great ball players and a lot of great people, and they make sure that they give you every opportunity to succeed on and off the field.
Both teams have taken 12 field goal attempts. Harding 6 of 12 for 50%. Ouachita 4 of 12. That and the 3 free throws are the difference in this ball game to this point. 16-9, Harding leads by 7. Marvin Williams-Dunn will run the point for the Tigers. Tyler Haynes with the pull around. 16-11. Ouachita trails by 5. Gilbert. A bump foul is going to be called on the floor, and that's going to be on Davion Bankston. Jordan West, the 6'2", 175-pound senior guard from Fort Smith, graduate from Van Buren. He draws the foul on Davion Bankston. That's his first personal foul. West kicks out to Gilbert. Perkins trying to post up Haynes. Three-pointer on the way, draws nothing, but unfortunately it was off the arm of Davion Bankston. It was so far off, nobody was expecting that. It'll go out of bounds and stay with Harding with 6 on the shot clock. Didn't draw iron, so I'll have to get a shot off. Gilbert's going to pull up his
and another
air ball, and the ball goes out of bounds or a shot clock violation, whichever you want to say. The ball will go to Ouachita. Marvin Williams Dunn picked up full court by Sam Henderson.
And we would like to apologize to the people at home for our shot clock. Having a little bit of technical difficulties there in that regard.
Tyler Haynes with the rebound off the Davion Bankston follow-away miss and puts it back in. And the Harding lead is down to 3. Yes, quite a myriad of long three-pointer, no good. A rebound, Scariolo. Myriad of issues as we get ready to broadcast today, but we're just glad to be able to be here to tie it up. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Haynes. Nice job, Haynes. Lefty, good. Tyler Haynes has 2 straight buckets, and the Harding lead is down to 1.
Haynes making an immediate impact in the little time he's been on the floor.
Yep, averaging 4.5 points a game. Davis, three-pointer off. Big man with the rebound. That's Josh Perkins. Harding's lead is back to 3.
Haynes had him boxed out, but just got out of the box too quick. So there's going to be no over the back foul on that one.
Foul's going to be called on Jordan West. He did a nice job of cutting off K.D. Smith going to the right. K.D. Smith changed his direction back to the left and drew the foul on West. That is the first foul on West, second team foul. K.D. Smith goes to the free throw line, where he is an 86.7% free throw shooter on the season. 14 of 16 now. He and Scariolo are the only ones who have been to the free throw line more than 11 times. Davion Bankston's been at 10. So Kendarius Smith, 14 of 16 from the free throw line on the season. Lorenz Nero checks back in for Ouachita, replacing Marvin Williams Dunn. Smith's second free throw good as well, 18-17. Full court pressure, initial man-to-man pressure, and then the Tigers will drop back. Haynes fronting Perkins. They're using a backside help. That was Lorenz Nero. He couldn't quite recover enough, and a three-pointer is knocked down by Sam Henderson, and the Harding lead is 4. Both teams have gone man-to-man the whole way. Bankston lost the ball, and then he was bailed out as a foul called on Davis Morgan. Coach Jeff Morgan of Harding saying he just lost the ball, which might share that opinion.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree
Ouachita
with
was the beneficiary of that call, let's just say.
Yeah. Definitely got bailed on that call.
K.D. Smith takes the inbounds pass in the backcourt. Set things up. Scariolo cut off. He'll go all the way in. Fades away. Lorenz Nero picks up the loose ball and gets it to go. It's 21-19. Nice job by Tyler Haynes of getting a hand in here. Subs for both teams after the media timeout. 7:45 remaining. It's the under 8 media timeout. We'll take it because that one's just for us and our friends down the table, and Billy Morgan and Scott Good with the Harding play-by-play. 21-19, Harding up by 2. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
We're the people behind
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student-athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student-athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student-athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Ouachita 7 of 17 from the field, 41.2% from field goal percentage. Harding 8 of 18. Neither team shooting well from three-point range. Harding 2 of 11. Ouachita 1 of 5. Harding has the ball after the media timeout. Kalinick back into the game for Ouachita. Jacob Street also into the game. On the floor for the Tigers as a foul is going to be called on Lorenz Nero. On the floor for Ouachita, Leon Kalinick, KD Smith, Medarius Hobson, Jacob Street, and Lorenz Nero. That is the original starting five for head coach Dennis Nutt. Free throw line for Harding is Roman Martin. And that ball hit every part of the rim and rolled out.
Yeah. Don't see bounces like that often.
Second one draws nothing but net. 3-point lead for the Bisons. Nice set play as Kalinick had a slip screen. He was there. The pass was just a little bit too high, and Harding comes up with a loose ball. Skip pass. Immediate three-point shot in and good for Ramiro Santiago. And the Harding lead is back to 6. KD Smith going to be called for traveling violation.
Slow start for KD as that is his second one of the night already.
Yep.
Curry with the ball down the paint.
Curry's
And
going
they're
to be
gonna
called for a traveling violation. But based on his reaction, he didn't think he did, and Coach Jeff Morgan didn't think he did either. Coach Morgan still on the official about that call. KD Smith's three-pointer rims in and out, no good. A lot of contact there. Stetson Smithson and Medarius Hobson.
Yeah. Surprising no call there.
Let that one go. Martin. This is a weird delivery. It's a layup on the rebound from Curry.
Yeah. Kalinick had fallen down right there, and then again another no call in that regard.
Yeah. We're letting them play.
Yep.
The Harding lead is expanded to 9. Extended to 9. Or excuse me, 8. 27-19. Kalinick operating on Curry. The turnaround hook shot, no good. Martin on the move for Harding. Foul's going to be called on Jacob Street. No, they're not going to call it on Street. They're calling that on Leon Kalinick instead of Street. So that is the first foul for Kalinick. Roman Martin's been to the line a lot tonight.
Yeah, I think he's the only person for Harding as of right now that has shot a free throw.
Harding is 3 of 4 from the line, and they're all from Roman Martin on the season. He's 5th on the team, and how many times he's been to the free throw line all season. So now he's 4 of 5 from the line. Let's see, Taylor Curry's been to the line 24 times coming in today's game. Stetson Smithson 17, Santiago 12, Jordan West 13, and then you have Martin, but Martin's been the one who's been to the line 6 times tonight. He has all of Harding's free throw attempts, and he's 5 of 6, and the lead is now double digits for the Bisons, 29-19. Street had Smithson going to the right and pulled up his dribble, thought he was going to try to get a three, but couldn't get it. Now an offensive foul on Kalinick, and that's going to be Tyler Haynes. Invitation to come into the lineup, and that's going to be the second foul on Leon Kalinick. Tyler Haynes comes in for Ouachita. Haynes has 6 points. He and Madarius Hobson lead the way for Ouachita. Three-pointer from Santiago, too strong, no good. Rebound Haynes. We'll let Hobson work on Davis. Pull up from the baseline, no good. Street with the rebound. He thought Tyler Haynes was going to go all the way out to the three-point line, and Tyler Haynes stopped.
I think Tyler Haynes thought there was someone behind him, too.
Yeah. Could be right on that. Regardless, the only one over there was
Tyler Haynes.
The players not dressed out for Harding.
Yep.
10-point lead. 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. Now Smithson will work on Hobson. He'll back him down. Stolen by Lorenz Nero. Just ripped it away. See if he can transition, do anything, and they're going to call a blocking foul. Count the basket. Count the foul for Lorenz Nero, and Jeff Morgan's going to go try to see if he can't get a foul on the other end. Really just stripped the ball away from him, Coach. Said he tore his whole arm off.
Shooting for Ouachita, number 2, Lorenz Nero.
Nero going to the free throw line. The old-fashioned three-point play, and it is good.
Ouachita only down by 7 now.
Skip pass. They'll try to catch Curry, and he did. He got it on the backside. He'll back Tyler Haynes down. Nice defense from Tyler Haynes. That was just a good-looking shot from Taylor Curry. And Harding's lead is back to 9. They're going to call time to get one of the attendants to mop up the floor, and they'll call immediate timeout. We'll take it because that was just for us. Harding 31, Ouachita 22. 4 minutes exactly to go in the first half. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I've been practicing for over 33 years. But long before that, I learned that it takes to be a good player. Caring for others. You can say it's a family trait, but it's more complex than our own kids. If you've been involved in an accident, call 1-800-PROTECT. I want to help. We want to help. Be on your side, by your side. I'm Austin. I'm not in practicing all quite as long as my dad. Thanks to him, I know what it takes to be a good fighter. I guess you could say that it runs in the family. I think you just go, and it's a little, Wichita,
Welcome back to Vining Arena and the Sturgis Physical Education Center on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University for Great American Conference basketball action on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Chris Babb joined by Chris McQuistion sitting in for Michael Westbrook, who will be the normal basketball voice of Ouachita men and women, but Michael is preparing for his Jacob Street three-pointer is no good. There's a lot of contact, but they weren't even watching the shooter. Didn't watch the shooter. The official did not watch the shooter. They went to the ball, and there was some contact there they got away with. Let's go back to it. Michael Westbrook, the normal voice of Ouachita basketball, is a teacher at Bryant High School as a turnover forced by Ouachita. A teacher at Bryant High School. He is the broadcast and journalism teacher. He is the voice of the Bryant High School football team. The Hornets are in the 7A state championship game tonight in Little Rock. I think we've said that a few years in a row, and Michael is on the call for that, so we're glad to fill in for him today. He'll be back on the 18th. Taylor Curry takes the entry pass. He sealed off Tyler Haynes and got the dunk, and Taylor Curry has 10 points. He's the only player for either team in double figures. Hobson dishes off to Haynes. Foul's going to be called on Taylor Curry.
Foul on the Bison's number 21, Taylor Curry. That's his first personal foul and Harding's 15th foul of the half. Subbing in for Harding number 3, Sam Henderson. Subbing out number 4, Davis Morgan.
Thought they were calling a foul on somebody. They're just resetting the shot clock to 20. Steal and a dunk on the other end from Roman Martin. And the lead is now 13 for Harding. Katie Smith, pull-up jumper from 17 on the baseline is good. And Ouachita needs a stop, and they would love to have this one in single digits at halftime. Tyler Haynes gets around and fronts Curry. Madarius Hobson was there on the backside.
Now Smithson.
Smithson got the three-pointer to go down. The lead's back to 14. Switching on the screens as Smithson now will be guarding Hobson with a fadeaway baseline jumper. Is good for Hobson.
Beautiful move right there by Hobson. Great job by him to be able to keep control of the basketball right there.
Ouachita offense has been more effective the last few possessions. They just got to get a couple of stops defensively. Smithson for long three. That's good.
That's his third three-pointer on the night. We really got to keep an eye on him.
2 in a row. You can't trade 3 for 2. Hobson, long 2 is good. That's great, but you got to get stops on this end. 13-point lead for Harding as we go under 1 minute to go. There's one. They didn't get the stop as Curry reached over Street to get the rebound. Ahead to Hobson. Tipped by Curry. Rebound Haynes, and he's fouled. Ramiro Santiago whistled for the foul. I don't think he thought he had committed the foul, but Chris, really, when does
anybody
when
think
does a real player really think they commit a foul, unless it's just an obvious one? Probably not very often. Tyler Haynes' free throw is off the front of the rim and no good. Tyler Haynes, 5 of 9 on from the free throw line on the year.
Davion Bankson checking in as Jacob Street takes a seat. And then for Harding, number 10, Wyatt Gilbert comes into the game.
Davion Bankston read that pass from Stetson Smithson. It's a hard name to say for me. Stetson Smithson is hard for me to pronounce.
I've already slipped up on it a couple of times.
It went out of bounds by the Harding bench. And it will be Bison's ball as they are going to put the shot clock, game clock at 42.5. Harding has a chance for a 2-for-1 if they want, but it doesn't look like they're going to try that. Wyatt Gilbert. Ball way outside on the perimeter this whole possession. Now Smithson's going to go baseline. Knocked out of bounds was the ball. 9 seconds on the shot clock, and Harding will inbound the ball under the basket. Santiago fadeaway air ball. Tyler Haynes able to save it. 10 seconds left. Nero, alley-oop to Davion Bankston, and the clock stopped. They're going to probably go look. The clock stopped. It should not have, so we're going to try to pull up our YouTube feed. They're probably going to come check it out, so we're going to see if we can.
They're coming our way right now.
If we can't cue that one in, we will bring it up to where. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so we'll pull up the stopwatch. There you go. Yes. 4.8. All right, looks like they're going to put 4.8 back on the clock. The clock stopped. There's going to be 4.8 on the clock. So instead of 5.1, we're going to take 0.3 of a second off.
I mean, really? Is it going to make that much of a difference? I hope not.
I really think it was more than that, but regardless, it's an inexact science. So now 4.8 is what they'll and it's all for naught. So basically, you couldn't tell what was going on, but basically they came over to try to look at the feed and see if they could tell how much time should have been taken off the clock. And so all that, and they took 0.3 more seconds off the clock. So that is halftime. Harding 43, Ouachita 31. Halftime of this Great American Conference matchup, the first home Great GAC game for the Tigers, as both these teams look to even up the conference record at 1-1. Harding 43, Ouachita 31. It is halftime, and we will be back after this timeout. You're watching Ouachita basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. And now we'll have a little bit longer break and come back with some halftime statistics in a few minutes. We'll be back after this timeout.
Everything in life is about communication and language. And that's what we do in the School of Humanities at Ouachita. In the Department of Language and Literature, we've got outstanding students who are English majors and Spanish majors. In the Department of Communications, our communications and media majors have a number of emphases that they choose from. Strategic communications, multimedia journalism, sports media, communication studies, and a special approach in which we just talk to a student, figure out what courses they need, and help them put it together on the spot. One of the things that we've done with our new emphases is really give students a major opportunity to work outside of class, because you get better at communications by doing the work. So we've got students who are working in a television studio to put programming together. We've got students who in sports media are out doing live streaming and broadcasting of games and doing a lot of sports work for the other publications like the printed newspaper and the yearbook, which win major awards every year. And then our online version of the newspaper is really the newspaper of the future.
My experience in the School of Humanities has been super special. I feel like the professors are really hands-on, and they would always help me maximize my time here.
They gave me lots of different opportunities. I got to host the sports show, did lots of writing, lots of sports journalism, a lot of color commentating for different sports. And that not only taught me how to actually do the job that I do now, but I also got to turn around and put it on my resume, which looked great.
Most Spanish majors at Ouachita major in more than one area, and we've designed the curriculum purposefully to allow that to happen because whether you're in business and Christian studies, whatever your major might be, if you've got Spanish as a background, it's going to help you in many, many ways. One of the great things about English as a major is it helps you become a critical thinker. If you want to teach, that's great. We'll help you become a secondary English teacher. We'll help you become a college professor. But if your interest is really in publications, if your interest is in editing, we'll certainly work with you in that area also. Our English majors are very much career-oriented, and they work together with a very fine faculty to produce one of the very few bilingual literary publications.
Working on my degree plan with my professors, I was able to soon realize that, wow, I'm able to do more than I thought I was able to. I was able to add another major, and I didn't even know coming into college that I was able to do that. And I was able to study abroad in Spain to really become more fluent in Spanish, which was one of my majors. And so I don't think I would have had the same opportunities elsewhere.
The number of jobs in communications is actually increasing greatly. A lot of that is in the world of public relations, a lot of that is in the world of advertising, and a lot of that is based on particular skills that you develop while you're in college. All of those that we put together are based on increasing a skill level for our students so they'll have a wide range of jobs they can apply for.
I think Ouachita is distinct from a lot of other schools. Ouachita gives you so many opportunities for not only your education and your academic growth, but your spiritual and your personal growth.
You're getting a very well-rounded degree. You'll absolutely be prepared if you get a degree from the humanities school.
I chose communications and media for my major because in high school I enrolled in a technology class where I started to do video production for the first time, and it turned out to be the most exciting thing I had ever done in high school. So when I came to tour Ouachita, I went to the communications department and discovered that all of the professors here were amazing. It's paid off because since I've been here, they've been able to teach me the ins and outs of a video shoot, a news studio, and a movie set. The most notable class for me that I've taken at Ouachita was the OBU at Sundance class. You actually get to go to the film festival, which Sundance is one of, if not the largest film festival in America. We all got to experience this cultural epicenter together. That was just a really unique experience that I don't think I would be able to get anywhere else. So inside of my major at Ouachita, I've been able to have a really tight-knit community with all of the students, specifically the ones that work on video production. We meet almost every single day and we see each other constantly, and so we've developed friendships that I definitely didn't expect to have. I feel like I can just, call them if I need any of them and they'll be there like that, and I would do the same for them. After Ouachita, my end goal is to be an independent film director in preferably a big city. I've been able to produce films, I've been able to produce shorts, I've been able to write screenplays. I simply feel like I'm prepared for all of the aspects of the filmmaking process. No matter what you want to do in the communications department, whether it's writing, whether it's marketing, whether it's event planning, video broadcasting, news broadcasting, sports journalism, Ouachita is a place that will prepare you for all of those fields and careers. My name is Ryan, and I am a communications and media major at Ouachita.
When we talk about communications and media, we're talking about a wide variety of fields because communications really relates to anybody, anywhere. And we tackle everything from interpersonal communication, group communication, how to make presentations, to studying mass communications and media. And our students are really interested in going out and being media producers. And one of the first things you have to do is to understand the media before you can adequately and efficiently communicate messages yourself through your job, whatever you choose to do. When you're here your very first semester, you can become involved in the Ouachita Signal, the Ouachitonian Yearbook, the Online Signal, the Photo Lab, visual media production, sports media production. There's a lot of different areas to get involved with. These students publish our printed publications, and they also have a chance for continuing education by attending such events like the Arkansas College Media Convention and the College Media Association Convention in New York City. You don't have to wait in line till your junior or senior year to do hands-on learning. You'll get that experience your very first semester, even if you have no previous experience. We have graduates who are working with television stations, either as an anchor, as a producer, as a videographer. We have students in advertising and public relations firms where they're creating strategic plans for organizations and businesses. Our students learn in the classroom and outside of the classroom through their practical experience, but we also enjoy fellowshipping and becoming close as a family. Faculty often have students over to their house for Christmas parties or spring parties or to celebrate graduations. Our students form friendships that will last a lifetime. Over the past 3 decades, some of the most important people in my life and the life of my husband, since we teach together, are students and faculty and staff that we've come in contact with at Ouachita. We're excited about what we have to offer in the communications department at Ouachita, and we want you here to share that with us.
Should come be a part of the Rogers Department of Communications. This is the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, the student media sports production program in the Rogers Department of Communication. I'm Chris Babb, filling in for Michael Westbrook, the normal voice of Ouachita basketball, as he'll be back for the rest of the conference schedule. I'm joined by Chris McQuistion on color. Our other students involved today, Coleman Callan, Bailey Redden, Priscilla Leverett in the trailer, A.J. McWilliams, Coleman Callan, also in the trailer, A.J. McWilliams, James Jolly, Hannah Hickman, and Chloe Buehleman on cameras today. All students in our Rogers Department of Communications. At halftime, your score, Harding 43, Ouachita 31. Let's take a look at some of the first half statistics. First, for Ouachita 13 of 30 from the field. Less than 43.3%, 1 of 7 from three-point range, 14.3%, 4 of 5 from the free throw line, 80%. The leading scorer for Ouachita is Lorenz Nero. He has 8. Madarius Hobson, with 10. Madarius Hobson has 8. Tyler Haynes has 7. Kendarius Smith with 4 for Ouachita. Davion Bankston, the only other Tiger to play and score in the first half, he has 2. Teams even on rebounds, 16-16. Ouachita's committed 8 turnovers, Harding 5. Foul trouble for either team, not really. Neither team got into the bonus. Only one player on either team has 2 fouls. That's Leon Kalinich for Ouachita. He has 2 fouls. The Harding Bison, 16 of 31 from the field, 51.6% field goal percentage, 5 of 18 from three-point range, 27.8%. 6 of 8 from the free throw line for 75%. And Chris, as we talked in earlier, those all came from Roman Martin. Not very often you see every free throw attempt come from one person.
Yeah, it's really surprising, but the Roman, he was very aggressive in the first half. We're going to have to try and slow him down on the perimeter because we've been kind of playing a little loose on him, and he's been taking that as an opportunity to drive to the basket, and we've been ending up fouling him.
Harding shooting over 50% from the field. Leading scorer for Harding is Stetson Smithson. He has 11 points, 9 of those from three-point range, as he is 3 of 3 from three-point land, 4 of 4 overall. Taylor Curry with 10 points, Roman Martin with 8, 6 of those coming at the free throw line, like Chris just mentioned. Ramiro Santiago and Sam Henderson each with 5. Josh Perkins with 4. 5 other Harding Bisons have played in the first half but have not scored. No foul trouble for Harding to speak of, as 6 players each whistled for 1 foul apiece. Chris, as you look at this first half and you take a look at the stats, shooting percentage We saw in the women's game, Ouachita's women came out shooting really hot in the first half. They cooled off a little bit. Harding's women were able to get back in it. Ouachita's going to have to heat things up from the field in the second half and also find an answer for Taylor Curry and Stetson Smithson from outside.
A big concern for us right now is that we are only shooting 1 for 7. That's 14% from the three-point line. Normally we have a higher shooting percentage from there. We do have a lot of good three-point shooters on the team, but it also doesn't help that we haven't been getting a lot of good looks. A lot of the times we look like we've just been kind of standing there just trying to wait for things to develop. I don't know if that was whether a design play or just, I hope that it's a design play, because if it's motion, we really need to start moving around more, because they've made it really easy for us. They've made it really easy on the Bison to just be able to play good, solid defense. And with Curry, I mean, Curry's going to score probably no matter how well defense you play. He just seems like he's that good of a basketball player. But we also got to keep an eye on Stetson. 2 of those three-pointers that he took were basically wide open.
Right. Ouachita has not shot well from three-point range this season to this point. They do practice them a lot, and a lot of our setup for equipment, we're in here when both of these teams practice and see a lot of what they do during practice. And Ouachita shoots a lot of three-pointers in practice. One of these days, those will fall. Well, that is a look at your first half statistics. Both teams have made their way back onto the court to get ready for the second half. Harding holds a 12-point lead. The Tigers will try to cut into that lead when we come back. Harding 43, Ouachita 31. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Precious gift. Long heartbeat. Faith in action. And 100 years of all our best.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's what this Division II student athletes really is, and showing their heart by surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members, creating communities. This organization is a positive impact and a life-changing impression on families and life. In Division II, we last represent, and with community engagement, ours.
For the second half to begin, as Ouachita and Harding, 20 minutes to decide this one. Harding up by 12. Take a look at the 5 who will start the second half for Ouachita: Lorenz Nero, Katie Smith, Davion Bankston, Leon Kalinich, and Madarius Hobson. It will be Ouachita's ball to begin the second half. Harding getting its last-minute instructions from head coach and athletic director Jeff Morgan. On the floor for Harding, Taylor Curry, Stetson Smithson. I told you, I jinxed myself. I said it was hard to play.
I didn't want to help correct you on your name, because I'm probably going to get it wrong too.
Dorian Bankovic, Ramiro Santiago, the other 2 of the 5 for Harding. Bankston gets the ball into Nero, and we are underway for the final 20 minutes of action. Ouachita handing off on the outside, and finally an interior pass as Taylor Curry got caught on the high side of Leon Kalinich. Kalinich got that one to go, and Ouachita gets its first basket of the second half. Three-pointer for Smithson. He starts where he left off. And Smithson now has 4 three-pointers for Harding.
Not the start that Ouachita was looking for. He already has a hot hand.
Bankston answers on the other way. Ouachita had a little bit better offensive flow in the late part of the first half, but they got in a dangerous spot where they were exchanging 2s for 3s. Now you just got to come up and get some stops. Nero finally cut off. He'll kick it back out to Kalinick. Katie Smith goes in. Left-handed layup off the glass and good. Smith now with 6 points. The lead is 11, and Ouachita can't trade baskets very often, too much longer. Davion Bankston, we're going to have a charge called on Davion Bankston. That is Caleb Michelle calls the player control foul on Davion Bankston, and Coach Nutt was not a fan of that one, as just kind of looked back at the replay, and that was a tough call to go against the Tigers.
And they're gonna.
Nothing really happened. I don't know what just happened.
I mean,
there,
it looked like Santiago wasn't ready, and he kind of already had thrown it in and then just picked it back up.
And gave it to the referee.
Theoretically, that should be a turnover, but I guess the ref's gonna let that one go.
Curry working on Kalinic.
A lot of contact.
A lot of contact. They let him body up.
Really, not much more you can ask out of Kalinic on that one. Nice one-man elevator screen by Kalinic there for Medarius. Nothing really came out of it, but
Smith backs down Santiago.
A little too much, but the offensive rebound.
Rowan Martin, the offensive rebound, no good, but a foul's going to be called. Still looking back at that player control foul, and Bankston. That's a tough call to go against Davion Bankston. That's a tough one. Looked like Martin was sliding in and falling back as Bankston left his feet. Katie Smith goes to the free throw line, gets the first one to go. Smith did a nice job of getting his own offensive rebound of the miss. He knocks down both free throws. Smith, an 86.7% free throw shooter coming into tonight's game. And he is 4 for 4 from the free throw line today. Hobson flashes, almost had a steal, which would have ended up in a layup, but Stetson Smithson able to control the ball. Nice skip pass. And Martin, we're going to call a blocking foul on Leon Kalinic, as there was a foul there. He just didn't know which way it was going to go, but it does go against Kalinic.
This is third personal foul. Ouachita's second team foul of the half. Shooting for Harding, number 23, Roman Martin.
Kalinic was in his spot, but he turned sideways, and his right arm got Martin. And look who's at the free throw line for Harding, Chris.
What a surprise there.
Rowan Martin. Make sure I'm still correct. Yeah, he's the only player to be at the line for Harding tonight. He's 8 of 10. Harding's 8 of 10.
I know we got a lot of game left, but if this becomes the case, I've never heard of a game where a single player shoots free throws for the entire team.
That'd be something else. Hobson looking inside of Kalinic. Long three-pointer from Lorenz. Nero is good. 13 for Nero. The lead is at 10. Lorenz Nero with 13 points. Nice job by Ouachita defense. Bankston ahead to KD Smith for the dunk. Nice pass from Davion Bankston. KD Smith landed awkwardly and slipped and fell, and they're going to come out and mop that up as he landed. He fell out after the dunk. Nice pass from Davion Bankston. You go back to what led to that, Chris. It was good job of getting two defenders, forcing Stetson Smithson to leave his feet. Once you leave your feet and you're flying out of bounds, you have to do something with the ball. It went right into the hands of Davion Bankston. Now he found KD Smith for the dunk, and the lead has been cut to 8.
It was a great job by Bankston there, playing like a corner, being able to read that passing route, be able to get the steal, and ultimately lead to the nice assist to KD.
Soft initial full court pressure from Ouachita, but they do fall back, and Davion Bankston almost forces a little turnover there out high. Kalinick knocks the ball from Curry. Long cross-court pass to Martin. Right back to where we were. Santiago, three-pointer too strong. Rebound Nero. Ouachita on the run. Nero's going to go all the way in. Nice kick out to Hobson for 3. Good for Madarius Hobson. Timeout Harding. The Tigers are on a run. 52-47. We'll see if this is going to be a 30 or a full before we decide. Full timeout. We'll go ahead and take it with them. 52-47. The Tigers have cut into this Harding lead. It's now only 5. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Baseball for me just kind of was the glue that kept my family together. I feel like I was able to come here and get my triple major, as well as play against some of the best players in the country. There's a lot of options here in Division II. A lot of great ball players and a lot of great people, and they make sure that they give you every opportunity to succeed on and off the field.
And we are back. Ouachita Tigers down by 5 with a score of 52-7. Looks like it's going to be Harding ball coming out of the media timeout.
Harding inbounds the ball, a little full court pressure, and then Ouachita will drop back. Another almost a turnover. They tipped the ball, but
and we get a media.
Now we have a media timeout. We'll take it again because that one's for us. The other one was for Harding, I guess.
Oh, I guess.
52-47. We're in the same spot, but 50 media timeout. We'll take it. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Is Stella. Stella likes retro style and old school country. Stella also likes years. This is Flo. Flo isn't waiting tables at the Sunrise Grill. She's waiting on sunsets in beautiful Hot Springs, Arkansas. It's time for a road trip. And your next vacation at hotsprings.org. The Electric Cooperative Arkansas. We're the people behind
52-47. The Harding lead is cut to 5 out of the nice double team trap, but they're going to call a foul on Leon Kalinick. You can't, you got to get around him. You cut off the baseline. He said it's basketball, man. And that's why it was called a foul.
That is already Leon's fourth
foul. Now he couldn't get the sub in, so Leon doesn't need the foul for sure. It's tough. You got to make sure you can get Leon Kalinick out, hopefully before the next dead ball. Hobson for 3, good.
Contested 3 right there in the corner.
Contested 3, thought there could have been some contact, but there wasn't.
The lead is now down, cut to 4.
Nice pull-up jumper, Sam Henderson. He thought he got hit on the shot too. 6-point lead, Nero cut off by Henderson. Looking inside to Kalinick. Nice block shot by Taylor Curry. Ball knocked out of bounds by Sam Henderson. Now Tyler Haynes is going to come in to replace Kalinick, who got his 4th foul. So kind of breathe a little sigh of relief when you go a couple of possessions with Kalinick having 4 fouls and not fouling out.
For sure.
Katie Smith cut off by Santiago. Nice dump from Hobson to Bankston, but couldn't quite come up with it. And the ball will go over to Harding. That is the 10th turnover on the night for Ouachita. Turnovers have been a problem for Ouachita in the last couple of weeks, especially at Arkansas Tech. Smithson for 3. Wow. Yep. That was a
you
catch
cannot
and
give
release.
him any room.
Yep. That was a catch and release, just like he's fishing at the grave.
Exactly.
And that one found the bottom of the net. And Smithson is now, our live stats have frozen up, but I believe he's 5 of 5 from 3-point range. Nero, answer for 3 is good. Nero has 16 points now. Back to a 2-possession game. Yeah, Smithson with 14 points, 4 of 4 from 3-point range. Nero, 13 points, 5 of 5 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3-point range.
And Smithson just comes right back down.
It's another one. That was a long 2. So now Smithson has 16 points. He's not missed from the field either. Nero and Smithson have not missed from the field. Nice move by Katie Smith. A floater in the lane. Timeout, Ouachita. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. 12 minutes, 51 seconds. It's a 6-point lead. Ouachita, Chris, just can't seem to get over that 6-point hump.
No, we've been coming down, playing pretty good offense and getting good looks and everything, but it really, as the second half has gone, Stetson Smithson, he's really been kind of the deciding factor as of late.
Smithson and Curry lead Harding with 14 points. Lorenz Nero for Ouachita with Lorenz Nero with, Smith, the stats just updated, my apologies. Smithson now has 19 points. Curry with 16. For Ouachita, Lorenz Nero with 16. Madarius Hobson with 14. Katie Smith with 12. Foul trouble for Ouachita. Leon Kalinick has 4, and we just had that discussion a few minutes ago with him coming out with 4. Davion Bankston with 2. Only 9 personal fouls called against Ouachita. Only 7 called for the game against Harding. Rowan Martin is the only one who has more than 1. He has 2 fouls. Davis Morgan into the game for Harding, along with Josh Perkins. as well as Jordan West. On the floor for Ouachita, Nero, Smith, Bankston, Tyler Haynes, and Medarius Hobson. Got to find where Smithson is. Bankston does a nice job of coming out to him, but they're able to go to Sam Henderson for the three-pointer. Harding shooting from the three-point range, 31.4% on the season. Right around that average today, but it sure seems like they have hit a lot more than just 8 of 22.
You also have
in big spots.
Yeah, you also have to remember they did take a lot during the first half of this game.
Right. Perkins comes up with the steal, ahead 2-on-1. Henderson goes in. Thought they were going to let it go, but a foul is called on Lorenz Nero. On Nero, that is his second personal foul. Fourth team foul against Ouachita. And we've got another media timeout. He's media timeout, 16-12, 8 and 10, 16-12, 8 and 4. We'll take it. 64-55. Harding leads by 9. We'll be back with more Ouachita Tiger basketball after this 60-second timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection and iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands. Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
There's a place to share gossip about the office party fun, and a place to share the story you tell everyone. There's a place to share a laugh about when things went wrong, and a place to share the video of you dancing to your song. There's a place to share spare change, lunch, and your time. But we could all be better at sharing how we're feeling inside. 76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
Welcome back to Vining Arena, where the Harding Bisons have a 9-point lead over the Ouachita Tigers. Checking into the game for Ouachita will be Jacob Street and Alex Scariolo. Jordan West goes to the free throw line for Harding. And I think we spoke it into existence. Chris, this is the first time a Harding player other than Roman Martin has been at the free throw line.
I'm just so used to seeing Roman up there that it just doesn't look right.
It would have been neat to have that happen.
Yeah, I know. Kind of jinxed it.
Yeah. Don't believe in the broadcaster jinx, but you might have just done it. West gets one of the two, and the lead is back to 10 for Harding. Nero hands off to Hobson, left side, Scariolo. Perkins flashes across. Almost comes up with a steal. Scariolo was standing on the sideline when he caught the ball. And it will go over to Harding, the 12th turnover of the night of the game for Ouachita. 7 turnovers for Harding. Ouachita out-rebounding Harding 19-16.
Oh, wild shot right there.
Henderson wanted a foul.
There was a lot of contact on that shot, so maybe you could have gotten it in a different world.
Almost halfway through this second half. Scariolo dishes off to Haynes, spins in the lane, and a foul is going to be called. It's going to be on it's going to be on Sam Henderson. Tyler Haynes goes to the line for Ouachita. Hasn't been to the free throw line very much this season, only his 9th attempt on the season. It's the front of the rim and drops through. Correction, he had 2 earlier today, so now he's 2 for 3 on the night. 7 of 11 on the season. Marvin Williams-Dunn comes in, replacing Lorenz Nero in the Ouachita lineup. Haynes knocks the second one down as well. 10-point deficit for the Tigers. Shot clock is acting up on us, so every once in a while you'll think it's winding down, but it's not. You can probably see it on the clock. Then just an unfortunate, oh my goodness gracious, Ouachita got lucky on that one as Harding had a few chances from point-blank range and couldn't get it to go. Scariolo pull up from 17, no good. Rebound to Harding. Davis Morgan guarded by Street to Henderson. Dump off to Perkins, blocked by Scariolo. Alex Scariolo stands listed at 6'3". Gets a block of the layup from the 6'8", 270-pound Josh Perkins. And then on the other end, Madarius Hobson with the up and under. Nice move from Madarius Hobson. He has 16 points. He and Nero lead the way for Ouachita. Davis Morgan drives, layup no good. Perkins rebound, put back no good, but he's going to be fouled on the backside by Marvin Williams Dunn. Five, got a technical foul on Harding's coach. So now Ouachita will get to shoot free throws. Jacob Street's ready to shoot the free throws. They'll shoot the technical first and then come back and shoot the
technical for Ouachita, number 13, Jacob Street.
Now Coach Morgan is talking to the other official. He called him over and said, "Are you kidding me?" That was not the official that called the technical foul. Jacob Street will get two technicals. He hits the first one, and the second one is good as well. Jacob Street knocks both of his free throws down, and the lead is 6.
Shooting for the personal foul for Harding, number 34, Josh Perkins.
Hit the back iron on that.
Second free throw missed as well. Katie Smith with the rebound. Clock never started, so they're just going to redo it. Clock never started, so they're just going to go back and inbound it under the basket. Which Ouachita had a loose ball, and that dead ball gave a chance to Harding to set up some pressure, but nevertheless, Ouachita was able to break what was there. Jacob Street's going to go baseline, kick it back out. Scariolo for three, in and out, no good. Loose ball, controlled by Smithson. Smithson from just up the road from Searcy from Bald Knob. Curry, a lot of contact, and now a traveling violation is going to be called on Katie Smith as he caught the ball and then took an extra step as the defender was there. He's getting the explanation of why the travel was called. Martin back into the game for Harding. They'll take some time to wipe up some perspiration from the floor under the basket. 8:58 remaining, 6-point game. Chris, this is a 2-possession game in a game that Ouachita has been down by double digits for a lot of it.
Yeah, Ouachita's really never truly been out of this game, but at the same time, they just haven't been able to get over the hump to potentially take the lead or get this back to a 1-possession game.
Santiago was just backpedaling to try to catch that, and he just absolutely fell. And the ball went out of bounds to Ouachita. Looked like he just kind of stumbled over his feet or slipped or something. And there was nobody close to him. Tyler Haynes goes at Curry, rebound to Harding. Backside, Curry is open, but they're going to have Santiago take a three and nail it. And the lead is back to 9. A couple of options there for Harding, and Santiago wanted his option, and he got it, knocked it down in rhythm. Haynes from the top of the key, good.
A nice good look at the top of the key right there for Tyler.
Haynes now in double digits with 11 points. Ouachita has gotten the Harding lead to 6, but just can't get over that hump of getting it to the lower part of 2 possessions. 6-point lead is 2 possessions, but you'd like it to be 4 or 5. Same spot, three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Scariolo to Marvin Williams, done. Quickly, right side, KD Smith in transition 3, no good. Rebound, Smithson. Smithson will try to go one-on-one with Dunn. Up and under, and a foul is going to be called on Marvin Williams. Dunn, a little Euro step. And the foul will send Smithson to the free throw line after the media timeout. 70-63, Harding lead is 7. After we come back, it'll be Stetson Smithson at the line for 2 for Harding. We'll be back after the 60-second timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
We said Royal is helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's times. Wherever you are in life and enjoy, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As a student athlete in college, I first got involved with the NCAA at the national level. It was through the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, SAC, gave me an opportunity to advocate on behalf of all student athletes, to affect change and to make an impact. The NCAA is giving the student athlete a platform to voice their concerns and to be able to advocate for what's going to affect their well-being. The policies that are being put in place are speaking towards academics, are speaking towards well-being, are speaking towards fitness, creating a culture so that the student athletes have the best experiences possible.
Darius Hobson, Davion Bankston, Tyler Haynes, KD Smith, and Lorenz Nero on the floor for Ouachita. Out of the timeout, Romero Santiago, Sam Henderson, Taylor Curry, Stetson Smithson, and Roman Martin. Smithson goes to the free throw line for 2 shots, misses the first. That's not what I expected. Smithson's not been to the free throw line today. He is an 88.2% free throw shooter. He's only missed 2 this season coming into today's game. Now make it 3. 16 of 18 on the year. Excuse me. Yeah, 16 of 18. Sorry, 16 of 19.
Yeah.
Again, Harding has maintained that 6 to 8 point lead after Ouachita made a run. Maintained the 6 to 8 point lead. KD Smith for 3, no good. Rebound battled around for, tipped by Bankston, controlled by Smithson. Bankston and Smithson would make a good law firm name. And Smithson goes to the glass and gets it to go. Smithson now has 22 to lead all scorers.
Haynes in the post with it.
Bankston thought about the 3, pulled back. Shot no good from the top of the key. And Ouachita in the danger zone. Curry, boy,
looked like a travel there.
Travel or lower the head a little bit. Regardless, he doesn't get it to go. Lorenz Nero all the way, the veteran. The veteran from Lake Hamilton gets it to go. He now has 18 points to lead the Tigers. It's back to 8. Ouachita got into this mode. A nice backdoor cut from Smithson, and then they're gonna let it go. And Santiago, they're gonna call a flop warning.
Wow.
Called a flop warning
on Lorenz Nero.
Yeah, the three-pointer was good. And there was contact, so I looked back at the replay and I was like, there was contact there, so I'm trying to figure out.
I'm very confused by that call.
Yeah, it's just a warning, but still, that was interesting because there was contact, so we'll have to get some clarification on that rule. Three-pointer from the Hobson. Good. On the other end, Adarius Hobson
brings the lead back down to a single digits.
76-68. Turnover. Santiago tried to do too much. 3-on-1. KD Smith.
Oh, wow.
Nice recovery by Rowan Martin. That was a nice recovery by Roman Martin to
stop
keep that from being a
potential alley-oop.
An alley-oop to Bankston from KD Smith. Nice defensive recovery by Roman Martin to keep that one from being a
highlight reel.
A highlight reel, and potentially, something that makes the game a 76-70 game, and you have momentum on the side. So that was a nice job of dropping back by Roman Martin. Martin, the 6-foot, 185-pound junior from Bryant, Arkansas. Bryant High School Hornet.
A nice dump down to Tyler. Oh.
Can't get it to go, and the foul on Martin, and Tyler Haynes will go to the free throw line.
Foul on the license, number 23, Roman Martin. This is third personal foul. Shooting for Washington, number 23, Tyler Haynes.
Would tell you Tyler Haynes is shooting, but I think you just heard Casey Modal tell you that Tyler Haynes is shooting. If there is a public address announcer that does not need a microphone, it'd be him, right?
It would be.
I can say that because we're friends. You probably wouldn't be able to say that because you might have him in class at some point.
I mean, I had him in class when I was a freshman. Haven't had class with him since.
Tyler Haynes to the free throw line for Ouachita. First free throw looks good. Haynes now has 12 points, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Haynes, the 6'5" guard forward, a sophomore from Memphis, Tennessee, transferred from Walter State Community College. Second one good as well. Back to that 6-point threshold. Tigers just can't. 6 has been the mountain.
Yeah,
you try to climb that mountain, and the top of that mountain has been 6.
I really feel that if we can get to that, just to 4 points, or even 5 points.
You got to get a stop though, and that's what on this possession. Martin penetrates in, pull up. I'm going to call a foul on Tyler Haynes.
It was a very wonky possession from.
That's one way to describe it, Chris. What does wonky mean?
I don't know. Weird.
Ugly?
Yeah, weird, ugly, wacky.
Wacky, weird, ugly. It was
all of the above.
Yeah, it was not textbook possession. Roman Martin did a nice job of penetrating. He tried to draw the foul. Tyler Haynes wasn't there at first, and then he was able to draw the contact. It did not look normal. Regardless, he's back at the free throw line.
Yep. Martin is back at his home turf here.
There you go. He's gonna start charging rent to Roman Martin at the free throw line.
We're going to have to start charging him rent.
That's what the good players do, though, is they find ways to get to the free throw line and then cash in on those opportunities. And that's what Roman Martin has done. Hobson pull up from 16, short. Rebound, Smithson. Back to 8. Again, it's that 6-point margin. And the next dead ball will have a media timeout. Henderson goes in, Shot no good. Rebound Tyler Haynes. Taylor Curry was there for the tip but couldn't quite get it to go. Nero kicks it out to Hobson. He drives baseline. He's pushed by Smithson. And that will be a foul on Stetson Smithson. Media timeout, 78-70. Harding leads by 8, 3:41 remaining. We'll be back to Vining Arena after this 60-second timeout.
Lorenz Nero is going to be taking the basketball out for Ouachita. And if we can say it once, we can say it again. I mean, Ouachita, yes, we've been down, but we haven't been out of it. We've just been stuck in that 6 to 10 point deficit range. We just can't seem to get over the hump.
Bankston for three. It was on line, just caught the front of the rim. No good. A rebound to Harding.
Design play for Curry there. I think to get him posted up, get the ball to him in the post, was stopped by Madarius Hobson, so good defense by him.
Martin on Haynes. Gets to the lane, no foul called, and that's going to stay with Harding as that Lorenz Nero was trying to get the rebound. Five seconds on the shot clock.
Oh.
Something was not legal about that. That went out of bounds off Smithson. Now we're going to have a conversation. Did one of the Tigers come out of bounds? And that's so now the shot clock. Let's be ready for them to come over and look and see what the shot clock was at when
And while we wait for official review, Washington Athletics would like to extend their special thanks today to Fairfield.
put 3 seconds on the shot clock. They could have just had 1 second on the shot
just
clock.
a simple dump to Curry and a nice little baby floater to extend the lead back to double digits. KD driving to the paint right there. A nice up and under.
KD Smith keeping Ouachita in it offensively. But you just got to get stops. It's been the same story, seventh verse.
Shooting for Washington, number 21, KD Smith.
Looks like we're about to have another issue with I'm guessing the shot clock as well. They're coming over to us again.
Popular tonight.
Very popular.
Let's see what we're looking at now. But they look and see the clock didn't stop when the whistle blew, so it was 2:44 is what will be on the clock now. And Katie Smith will go to the free throw line. And it's good.
Able to convert on the old-fashioned three-point play.
Full court pressure from Ouachita now. It's actual press, a 1-2-1-1, almost like a diamond pressure, and Harding's going to have to call a timeout. So let's stay here with this one. Let's kind of give it a little reset as we reset our statistics link. 80-73, Harding leads by 7, 2:36 remaining in the second half. Let's look at the foul situation. Ouachita has committed 7 fouls, so Harding is in the bonus. Ouachita not yet in the bonus. Foul trouble for Ouachita. Leon Kalinic with 4, and I believe he's checked back into the game. No real foul trouble at this stage of the game for Harding. Roman Martin has 3. No other player for Harding has more than 1. So I think Harding's good to go on their foul situation. Harding will inbound the ball in front of the scorer's table on just the backcourt side of half court. And Davion Banks going to try to set a little zone trap. 15 on the shot clock already. Harding getting into its set a little bit later than normal, and we're already under 9, but a gamble is probably going to allow for a shot. We're going to call a foul on Davion Bankston. Davion Bankston whistled for his 3rd personal foul. And Santiago will go to the free throw line. Santiago's first trip to the free throw line on the season. Santiago is a 91.7% free throw shooter. He's 11 out of 12. Did we just give him the broadcaster jinx? We did not.
No.
We did not.
Well, he's got one more after this one, so let's see.
8-point lead now for Harding. And now you're reaching that point of where your margin of error is going to be reaching 0, where you've got to have a stop every possession. It's been back and forth, trading baskets. Ouachita not able to get over that hump of 6 to 7 points. Bankston gets Smithson in the air, and a foul is going to be called on Stetson Smithson. That's his 2nd personal foul. Davion Bankston goes to the free throw line. Smithson saying that Bankston lowered his shoulder. I guess he just kind of wincing because when Bankston went up, Smithson was coming down, and that shoulder did catch Smithson in the rib area. Bankston at the free throw line, knocks down the first one, his first trip to the free throw line tonight. Only 6 of 10, only 10 attempts on the season. Made his 6, and now he's 7 of 11.
A little strong there.
This is that one. Katie Smith tipped it, almost went to Bankston. Under 2 minutes to go.
I have a feeling Harding's going to try to hold onto the ball as much as they can during these last couple of possessions.
Martin goes baseline. Layup's good, and they're going to call a late whistle. He almost called that one on Sunday.
Yeah, well.
That's going to be the 5th foul on Leon Kalinic.
I'm very surprised by that call.
That was pretty late. I thought it was a foul. And I think obviously this official did too, but he thought one of his partners was going to call it, and they never did. Free throw for Martin is good. 85-74. It's an 11-point lead.
We really can't mess around with these possessions.
No.
We need a score.
Quickly, Hobson knocks down the jumper. He has 21 to lead Ouachita. And Ouachita has reached that point of no margin of error. as a 3-possession lead with 1:21 remaining. 29 on the shot clock. 1 timeout for Harding, 2 timeouts for Ouachita. You see there on your screen.
And a tip.
There's a tip and a steal. Katie Young, the tip from Bankston and Nero. Nero, corner, Bankston, skip pass. Katie Smith, 3, no good. Rebound, out of bounds. It's going to go to Ouachita. That went off of the knee of Ramiro Santiago. Tyler Haynes gets it out. He'll try to get it back to a guard. Under 1 minute to go. Nero goes in, layup good. Timeout Ouachita. Nero now has 20 points. 85-78, 7-point lead for Harding. It's a full timeout, and we'll take it with him. Ouachita trails by 7. 54.6 remaining. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
A precious gift. Long heartbeat. Faith in action. And 100 years of all our best.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's what this Division II student athletes are willing to witness and truly take part in surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members, creating communities. This interaction is the positive impacts of a life-changing impression on families and lives. In Division II, we awareness to be represented and make community engagement ours.
85-78, under a minute to go. Ouachita, the 1-2-1-1 press. Double team in the corner, and Hobson fouls.
Really fast.
Who else? Who's going by? Roman Martin, 11 of 13 from the free throw line tonight. He has all but 4 of Harding's makes. Harding is a team 15 of 21. Martin is 11 of 13. So that is who Harding wanted to have the ball.
This is getting very James Harden-esque.
12 of 14 now. The lead is 8.
Setting out number 5, Jordan West.
Martin knocks down another one, 13 of 15. 9-point lead again for Harding. Nero to Smith. Goes all the way in and loses the ball. And slipping out of the hands of the Tigers. And Martin's going back to the free throw line.
Again, and again, and again, and again.
Hobson with his 3rd foul. And Martin goes back to the line for free throw attempts number 16 and 17. First one is good. Martin came into the game shooting, we said 45.5%. He was 5 of 11 on the year. He is 14 of 16 tonight.
Well, he has definitely gotten over that hump.
He's feeling it from 3-point range, or from the free throw line. Bankston goes in, layup, good, and the foul. Taylor Curry.
Foul on Harding, number 21, Taylor Curry. That is his 3rd personal foul. Subbing in for Harding, number 5, Jordan West. Subbing out number 21, Taylor Curry. Shooting for Ouachita, number 22, Davion Bankston.
Bankston gets the old-fashioned 3-point play. 89-81, 30 seconds to go.
And that's a double dribble.
Turnover in the backcourt. Taylor Curry will come back in for Harding, and Ouachita not letting go of the rope just quite yet. Put the shot clock at 20.
Right now, Ouachita has to score almost as fast as they get the ball in. Like, whoever gets the ball should shoot it, theoretically.
Hobson will handle that layup. Good for Medarius Hobson. 6-point game, and Stetson Smithson is fouled. Smithson from the line is 1 of 2 tonight. An 88% free throw shooter coming into tonight's game.
Shooting for Harding, number 15, Stetson Smithson.
Wow. Front of the rim, back of the rim, and out. Makes the second one, 90-83. Haynes for 3, off the left, no good. Bankston back, Haynes with the floater, and good. Timeout, Ouachita. 5-point lead for Harding with 7.3 seconds remaining. 30-second timeout, we'll keep it here. Mathematically, there's still a chance, but Ouachita is going to have to try to get a steal on the inbounds play, and the basket and a steal. So it is a tough task for the Tigers as they are going to try to erase a 5-point deficit with 7.3 seconds left. Chris, when you take a look at this game, 30 of 54 from the field for Harding, 55.6%. Ouachita really improved in the second half, 52.5% from the field for the game. Neither team shot really well from three-point range. Both teams shot well from the free throw line. You go look at turnovers, Ouachita 14 turnovers and Harding 12. This game has come down to it's a 5-point differential. Harding's 20 free throws and Ouachita has 15. And Rowan Martin's going back to the free throw line. Again, when you have the hot hand at the line, you get in the ball and see what he can do. Harding looks like it will move to 3-4 on the season, 1-1 in conference play. Ouachita will fall to 1-6 and 0-2 in conference play, and they'll have a home game against Arkansas Baptist College on Tuesday. A non-conference game before they step back into conference play next Thursday and Saturday. The 2 road games. 92-85, Lorenz Nero pulls up from deep. That's no good, and that will wrap it up. Your final score, Harding 92, Ouachita 85. Take a look at some of our statistics when we come back. We'll wrap this one up after this timeout and get ready for our next broadcast. Final score, Ouachita 92, Harding 92, Ouachita 85. We'll be back to wrap this one up after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
At the Southwest Auto Collection at iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands. Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
There's a place to share gossip about the office party fun, and a place to share the story you tell everyone. There's a place to share a laugh about when things went wrong, and a place to share the video of you dancing to your song. There's a place to share spare change, lunch, and your time. But we could all be better at sharing how we're feeling inside. 76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
At Southern Bancorp, we're all about us for everyone. We said Royal Rock is helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dimes. Wherever you are in life, enjoy Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender. What does amazing look like? A century of inspiration. 180 pounds healthy. 5 steps forward. Countless miracles. One faithful mission. And one of all our best. Baptist Health. Keep on amazing.
Conference play. They will be at home on Tuesday in an exhibition game against Arkansas Baptist College. And then no game on Thursday. And then Saturday they will go to Southern Arkansas for a conference game at 3 o'clock. Awaiting Coach Dennis Nutt to come join us at the table. When he does, Coach Nutt will come out. Chris, we talked about several times, Ouachita just wasn't able to get over that two-possession. That's what ended up being the difference in the game.
Yeah. You got it. It really just came down to defense. And though we were able to score quite often, we were able to at least keep it as like a three-possession game, we just could not be able to stop them from either going on a run or just being able to answer our answer, which is really frustrating. I know that we're 1-6 right now, but we are better than what our record says, and I just can't wait to see what the future has in store. I have a great feeling that this exhibition game that we're going to have in the next coming days is going to really help us out.
Coach Nutt is making his way over to our broadcast position. We'll let him sit down with us, and then he'll come over, and Coach will come sit over here, and Coach Nutt will join us.
Thank you, buddy.
Tigers on the short end of a 92-85 loss to Harding. And Coach, we talked about on the broadcast as you try to make a comeback, just couldn't quite get over that two-possession hump. It was a 6-point game and needed to stop and trading baskets. You had some offensive rhythm get going in the second half, but just couldn't get those defensive stops when you needed it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Chris. You got to stop people. We did a poor job. I think we got to get back to the basics on Monday. We got a long way to go defensively. Yeah, we scored enough points, but we gave up 92 tonight. Yeah, that's just a hard way to win.
Offensively, it was spread around. Madarius Hobson was the leader in points. You have Madarius Hobson. Lorenz Nero came in. Lorenz ended up with 20 points. Madarius Hobson with 20. K.D. Smith with 15, and Tyler Haynes with 15. Offensively, what seemed to be working? Well, you were able to get in some rhythm and some flow.
Yeah, you were right. Offensively, we did enough.
Yeah,
we did plenty. But the other side of it, that's where you win. And we did a poor job. Just they shot 61% second half, and it was 50 at halftime. That was kind of one of our point of emphasis. But we got to get back to the drawing board. We got a ways to go, and luckily we got a lot of time to do it in. But we got to get a lot better on that.
Take a look at this next week. You have an exhibition game against Arkansas Baptist on Tuesday. Only one conference game this week at Southern Arkansas, which is one of the preseason favorites, and then another non-conference game. What are you looking to over this next week?
Right now it's more about us. Right now we can't worry about the opponent. We got to fix us, and it's gonna take some work.
Yeah.
We got the pieces. We got some pieces. They figured out, but we're gonna get to work on that defensive end, and we're gonna get some holes plugged.
There you go, Coach Nutt. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it.
You.
And we'll see you the next time around. The Tigers will face Arkansas Baptist at home on Tuesday in an exhibition game, and then go to Southern Arkansas next Saturday against a tough Southern Arkansas team. That'll wrap it up for us Final score in your men's game, Harding 92, Ouachita 85. For Chris McQuistion on color and our trailer, Coleman Callan, Bailey Redden, Priscilla Leverett, along with A.J. McWilliams, Hannah Hickman, Chloe Vuleman, and James Jolly. This is Chris